Well, people all over the world mourn Prince Philip, as Bibi described. His death is hitting some especially hard, and this is interesting, on the tiny South Pacific nation of Vanuatu. There, Prince Philip isn't just respected, he is genuinely revered by some. Now, Dan McGarry is a Canadian journalist who lives in Vanuatu. Dan, thank you for joining us. Can you help me initially understand why this is?
It's hard to know exactly how this all came about because this is very much an organic and living belief system. But my sense of it is that the people of Vanuatu, especially on this island in Tanna, they have lived pretty much the same lifestyle for 3,000 years. They reject modernity, they reject mechanisms and technology. And so when they were confronted with the power and the might of the British Empire, my sense is that they had to find a way to reconcile their lifestyle with this force that was coming at them. And by taking one of their own, now they say that Prince Philip was born on the island of Tanna, that he rode his horse down to the south end of the island. He leapt into the sea using magic and craft. He found his way all the way to Europe. He wooed and won the princess at the time and spent his life sitting at the right hand of the throne. And this is their way of saying that the power of the British Empire, the most powerful thing that they were aware of at the time, belonged to them as much as to anybody else. So I suspect that it all comes about as a response to colonialism, to the pressures and the forces that were affecting their lives, and gave them a way to reconcile it all and to fit it all back into a harmonious whole.
That's extraordinary. And is it your sense that they would have, I don't suppose they would have been watching today at all, or I'm wondering how they marked this day?
They will no doubt be gathered at the Nakamal. That's the gathering place in the village of Yonanen, which is the birthplace of the Prince Philip movement. All the custom chiefs are gathered. They've been working together for several days now since the announcement came through to find the path forward for this belief system of theirs. They call it custom. And it's a very delicate process. I was fortunate enough to be allowed to attend the first day of proceedings, and barring the fact that all the men are wearing very, very little, just a little penis sheath called a nambas. It was being carried on with all the pomp and the care and the ceremony of a papal conclave. They're looking very, very carefully at the future and what the passing of the prince means for their sense of themselves and their religion.
And is it indeed the case that it's a 100-day mourning period for them? Yes,
that's standard. Throughout Vanuatu, whenever somebody dies, you observe a 100 days mourning period.
Is it your understanding that, and I suppose we don't really know, but that Prince Philip will supplant, Prince Charles will supplant Prince Philip? Or is it perhaps that this is just the end of the movement?
I believe that the majority view right now, including the top-ranking chiefs on the island of Tanna, where this belief is held, they all are of the opinion that Prince Charles will succeed his father. Charles visited Vanuatu in 2018, and on that day, he was given a ceremonial drink of kava, which is a local drink, mildly intoxicating, and it's usually drunk at events of importance. And they gave him a name, Manareng, which is Tanna language, implying very, very high rank. This is an unusual thing. It's a rare honor. On that day, they say, he was anointed as the successor to his father.
Oh, Dan, this has been so interesting. Thank you very, very much. We will absolutely be watching. That is Dan McGarry in Port Vila, Vanuatu.